Hello everyone, good evening. It's Michelle Litwiller here with Owl Star Stampers, and I'm really excited tonight. I have an amazing new class to do with you. A new ordering special and lots of fun. So we will do that in just a minute. We'll wait for people to hop on. If you are watching the replay, be sure to leave me a comment. You can share, and if you have not subscribed already to my channel on YouTube, be sure to do that as well. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I have a lot of things to go over, but I'm just going to wait a minute or two for people to find me. So I got to turn that volume down so we don't hear those clicks. Hello, Linda and Sharon, Christina and Carla, Janice, Melissa, Marsha, Tara. Hi guys. Hi Wendy, Margaret. I am feeling a lot better. I'm still not great, if I'm honest. Hopefully in the next day or two though. I know it takes time for all the medicine to pump in. I'll kind of go over that in a minute. It's so good to see all your names pop up. Hi, Amy. Hi, Maria. Oh, we have people from all over. I see Florida and I saw California. I know Cynthia is in Texas. I'm going to Texas next week. I'll be in Houston from Wednesday to Sunday for a Stampin' Up conference. Any demonstrator could attend this event. And so I'm really excited to get to go to that. Hello, Amy. All right. Hi, everyone. Loretta, you got your swag bag. I think that's your name. It's like I can hardly see without my glasses. She said she got her swag bag of goodies and they were amazing. I am so glad you got them already. So let me catch you guys up. It has been a minute since I have been live with you. So a couple weeks ago, gosh, I don't even remember how long it's been. It's been 2.5 weeks ago, maybe? I don't know. On February 19th, I do know the date. We, my family, my husband, Ryan, and my 2 kids, I have 2 teenagers, a 16 and a 14-year-old. We flew to Florida and we got on a cruise ship and we went to the Bahamas. We were gone from Monday. We left on Monday morning and we got home Friday night. And we did have a wonderful time. And it was kind of cool in Florida and the Bahamas. I don't know why you gotta be like that weather when we're from Michigan in the winter. Although I can't complain, our winter has been really mild this year. But anyway, we went there and it was like barely 70 and super, super windy. But it was beautiful. We had a wonderful time together. But on Wednesday night, I started to not feel good. And we came home on Friday and me, my son, and my husband were sick. So just like a sore throat and a runny nose, no fevers or anything. And anyway, I think I got a little bit of the worst end of the deal than them. Maybe because they're more athletic than me or something. I'm not really sure. But I just had no energy. And I could not work on last Monday or Tuesday. And I tried to come in on Wednesday and I ended up having to leave. I couldn't do really much on Wednesday either. But I was able to work Thursday and Friday. And then I wanted to send out all your swag bags. So while I was gone, I had that anniversary special that we kind of talked about. Loretta got hers. And I wanted to have all of those shipped on Friday, and that did not happen. So I got those shipped Monday and Tuesday. So by yesterday, they have all been shipped out. So thank you so much to all of you who placed orders to help me celebrate my 15th year anniversary. We there was over 100 of you that placed an order, so I am so grateful. I'm hoping to hit my $1 million this year in the next couple months. I say next couple months. I would love to hit it by this summer, but by anyway, by the end of September at the very latest. So those all went out. So thank you so much. And then anyway, on Monday night, I got the hiccups and I almost started crying because my ribs hurt so bad from all the coughing. So like every little cough or like sneeze or anything was so painful. So I finally took myself to urgent care. I took my son too because he's coughing pretty bad. He is fine. They were like, oh, he's fine. He just has to let the cough run its course. It's been taking about 3 weeks. That's what they told me. I was like, I can't handle another week of this. But he checked my lungs and he was like, your lungs are not clear. So we have to do some x-rays. And anyway, he thought I had pneumonia. I just have a really bad case of bronchitis, but he said it was good I went in because I was heading to pneumonia. But anyway, I'm on some medicine and I'm trying to get better. I'm feeling better. I just need my ribs to heal up now. So that's kind of a wrap up of where we've been. So now today I started shipping out retreats. Now none like physically shipped out, but they're boxed up, and I'll be doing that through Friday, and they will all be shipped by Friday. And by Friday night, you should have an email with all the tutorial videos if you are doing the retreat. So this is a class we're going to do tonight. We are going to stamp tonight. I have 4 cards. It's a beautiful class with some brand new beautiful products that launched yesterday on our online store in our online exclusives. So I want to share that with you because I have it piled up. I'm going to try to go really fast so then we can go to stamping. But here's the host code. If you guys see any of these products, you are going to go to stampinup.com. And then if you type in the search bar, online exclusives, they should come up. And then you can even hit, there's a little bar that will say like newest, because it'll say like relevance, like you can put the newest, so the newest items will show up. So these are not products in a catalog, but they are amazing. I literally bought almost everything. So I am going to show you some of those. So the class we're going to use that we're doing tonight is using the Zinnia, the Simply Zinnia bundle, and there's a whole suite of products. I also am using that paper in Card Club this month and a different stamp set, not the Zinnia one. But anyway, it all ties together. Okay, here we go. Here's a stamp set that is Pets and More. Isn't that so cute? So there's like, you can do the fill in the images. So this is one of them. I forgot to write down the prices or anything. Also, to get this class free, I'll go over that in a minute. I'm kind of all over the place. I need to get back in my routine. You can get these cards free with a $35 order placed through Sunday. If you go over 50, you're going to get a free embellishment, and I'll tell you that when we start stamping. All right, there we go. I'm going to take the host code off, and I'll put it back on at the end. Another beautiful new set on the online exclusive is this Magnolia Mood. Okay, I just thought this was absolutely beautiful. And there's a set of coordinating dies that make the most, sorry, I'm trying not to cough. Maybe, Ryan, can you grab me a water, please? I'm sucking on a little peppermint, but I need a drink of water. But anyway, this is another online bundle that is just beautiful on that online exclusive. There's this really fun one called Filled with Fun. And then there's coordinating dies that cuts out this wagon and stuff. Okay, thank you. And then we have this one right here, which might be on low inventory, but don't worry, they will come back. This Sweetly Scripted. Isn't that so cute? We've had some of these a long time ago, and they're just adorable. I don't know. I think this might be on there. I'm not really sure. I don't really know what this is. It's called Thoughtful Moments. It's like a hybrid embossing folder. I don't really know. I don't even remember ordering this, but it looks really cute. This is the stamp set I'm featuring for Card Club for March. I'll show you those cards too at the end. This stamp set is only $20, When I saw it, I put it in my shopping cart so fast. I have never seen a stamp set like this before. It's just all words. So if you are in the card club this month, you can just use anything with words. But I highly recommend this one. For only $20, there's words for the outside and the inside, and they say things like, I'm wishing you comfort. I hope this is a feeling better kind of day. I wish I could make this better. I don't have all the right words to say, but I do have lots of love to give. This one, there is no good for this card. So do you know anyone going through a hard time? It can be a lot of things. Maybe they lost somebody they love. You need a sympathy card. Maybe they're going through some health issues. Maybe they're going through cancer. Up here it says cancer sucks. But then it also says like, I'm so sorry. You can do this. You are not alone. I'm here for you, or we're here for you. So if you're single, I'm here for you, or we're if you have a group. And then healing, peace, and rest. And then I love this one right here. It says, thinking of you, praying for you, and hoping with you. So I love this stamp set. I hope you guys like it too. And I hope you like the cards that I'm going to show you that I'm featuring in the card club this month. All right, there's this other cute little set right here. This is a bundle. It's very affordable. I want to say it's like $30-some for this. The words are really fun. You can do like some birthday, celebrate, love. This one has comfort and strength. You're incredible. You did it. And then here's the dies. They're actually small. They kind of look like little paper pumpkin ones. I'm going to open these ones because I remember thinking these were just super fun. Okay, they're just banners. I thought there was a balloon in there, but maybe I'm thinking of a totally different card. Maybe that was in with the wagon. Anyway, I guess not. But you get some little banners with this one. I've been out of commission for a while, so I'm going to blame that on everything tonight. Okay, the other set is, there's a latte set. And I love that. I designed a class for my team for this weekend. We have a team meeting. And there's the Latte Designer Series papers, 12 by 12. Let me show you what this looks like. Also, I've talked about it a few times, but I'm really serious. Would any of you at the end of this month want to do online bingo? The prizes are gift certificates, so you pick out your own prizes. And we would be doing a class probably with this latte set. So that would be, you would get make and takes. We do door prizes. It's so much fun, but I'm thinking about doing it at the end of the month. So here is the paper, this latte paper. And so if you like tea, you could use them for teacups. The back side, some of it's like very neutral. Oh, that's in the mini catalog? That one? I don't know. I must have hit the wrong number then. So this paper, Cynthia, I did say online because all my like long distance people want to get in on bingo, and I want to include you all. So yes, online bingo, not in my studio. So it'd be on Zoom. So you'd have to know how to use Zoom, and I would send you ahead of time a packet with bingo cards, your make and take packet. If you needed to add on the bundle, you could. And if there are people, like I'll probably send it out at the beginning of next week, and we could do bingo. And as soon as I get back from Texas, I would mail out your kits. So there's the latte stamp set or paper. It has this fun ribbon. Burlap polka dot ribbon. It has this amazing little swirl dots. Aren't those so cute? And then the stamp set. The stamp set is right here. And then the dies are really cool too because they not only cut out, these are different dies. These are rose dies. You guys, I need help. I need you all to come here and help me get my life back together. Anyway, the dies are cool. They have like little coffee pots or something. I don't know what I did with them. And then last but not least is the Zinnia. hopefully I'm saying that right, the bundle, which is so beautiful too. And I'm going to show you that right now. So this is what we're using tonight. It is a stamp set. There are some beautiful dies that you can cut out or build beautiful flowers with these. I haven't even used the builder flower thingies yet, but they're so pretty. It has an amazing 3D embossing folder, which I'm going to use tonight. So we never do the embossing for you. This folder is so pretty though. You could use something else if you wanted. And then these sequins, which are unavailable till March. You guys, that's one of the best things about being a demonstrator is I could order this last month. So I got some. But don't worry, if you don't have them yet, they'll be coming back and I'll probably give them away free or include them in something at some point. But do you see how much they sparkle? These are beautiful. We have lots of other sequins that match this stuff too. And then the designer series paper. So the designer series paper, you're going to get a half a pack in Card Club this month. And then we're using that Comfort and Thought stamp set with it. But this is 12 by 12. And it is just bright and fun. And some of the back is like softer colors. You see how fun this is? And then look at the backs. And then like there's this really soft petal pink. So I'm telling you, the online store, they like kicked it out of the park this time. There's also this fun paper. It's Berry Burst Old Olive and White shimmer glimmer paper. So if you like fun sparkly paper, there's that. Mary, if you have a computer, if she has a computer, you can do bingo anywhere. I mean, unless you just don't have the time. Usually it lasts about I would say an hour and a half or so. No more than 2 hours. But anyway, those are, excuse me, some of the online exclusives. Loretta, I will explain Card Club. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to move these things out of the way so we can stamp. Okay, we're going to stamp tonight. I promise. 4 cards. Sorry. Okay. Oh, speaking of the coffee cards, you want to see a sneak peek of the coffee cards in action? Look at how cute these are. These are what my team gets to make. And these might be some of the bingo make and takes. Aren't these so cute? Now, look at this one I made. This is a fun. My friend Denise Cox, Bird's Nest Design. She did a card a couple weeks ago. Like this full. It was so cool. I loved it. I did a coffee one. So there's a sample of some coffee cards. And then the Card Club. So if you're in the Card Club, we use that Comfort and Thought stamp set, so you can add it on if you want. I do have a link on my website if you want to join the Card Club. It's currently $38 for it to go. And you get a package, and you'll make 4 cards, or you make 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. Includes at least $20 worth of products. So this month, you're going to get this ribbon. You're going to get a half a pack of that beautiful new Zinnia paper, and you're going to get a half a pack of the iridescent pearls. And then you do all the stamping, so you need to have the stamp set and ink or something similar, and then you'll get to make these cards. So look at these. This one says, I don't have all the right words to say, and then inside it says, but I do have lots of love to give. So there's that one. And then this one, I wish I could make this better. And then on the inside it says, I hope this is a feel better kind of day. And then we have this one. This one is so soft. It has a little heart. Thinking of you, praying for you, and hoping with you. And then you could stamp on the inside like I'm here for you. And then this one, you could change this one to anything, but I stamped the one, there is no good card for this. Cancer sucks. And then on the inside, I'm here for you. So this one you could change to a lot of different things. But those are the cards for this month using that beautiful stamp set and the new Zinnia paper. So tonight we're going to use the paper in a different way with the actual Zinnia bundle. So let's do that. Let me turn the camera down. So anyway, that's a card club, and you have to join by the 10th of the month. So as long as you join by the 10th, you'll get the card club for this month. If you join after the 10th, you'll get the next month. Whoops, wrong thing. There's a host code again. Okay, let me turn the camera down, and let's get stamping. So if you do want to order by Sunday, this is kind of like what your kit will look like. And if you go over $50, it's going to include this beautiful $9 pack of ribbon. So I was going to give you some glossy dots. They're like purple and pink and yellow. And I don't have any. So I can't show you something I'm going to give you if I don't have it. And so instead I'm going to give you this. This costs more. And then I don't have to cut it, so it'll save me some time. So actually that's probably is a better deal for you anyway. So you'll just need your own sequins, rhinestones, or little dots or whatever, and I'll show you lots of different options when we start stamping. But this is the Parakeet Party metallic ribbon, and it looks beautiful with this Zinnia stuff. Hello, I saw some of my other friends hop on. Hello, Beverly. And Arlena and Tara. So I hope I answered you on the card club. If not, let me know. So anyway, your kit will come like this, okay? So on the top, you will have a scrap piece of paper to do stamping. Now friends, here is what you need to know. If you are new to stamping, or maybe you've been stamping for a long time and you never thought about this, we're not going to stamp our image right in the middle, okay? We're going to stamp it kind of towards a corner or to the edge so that you can have lots of space to do this. Because on this piece of paper, we need to stamp this large flower right here, plus this one right here. So you can see I gave you plenty of room to do that, and then you'll die cut them. So just as long as you don't stamp that like that, I mean, you still would technically have room. Anyway, I always measure out my scrap papers for you so that I give you plenty. And so that's kind of how I do it. So this top piece is going to be your scrap paper. And then you're all going to get a 4x6 of each of the papers. Just one sheet of 4x6. So this part you will have to cut down, but you'll get a sampling of this. Now your cards will each be in an envelope. So each card after will be in an envelope. Okay, so let's go to our first card, which is going to be this card, which I did heat emboss already because I wanted to save a little bit of time. So what do I need? I don't know why I feel a little flustered here. I think it's just because I have not done this in a while. I need the designer paper with this background, but then also on this one, we're going to have to cut a flower out. So I just want to make you aware. Or maybe that's a different paper. Nope, it's just paper. So, on this card, this is the flower cut out. So, I'm going to cut out this flower. So, I'm going to cut my paper from here. So, I'm just being a little bit aware of that. So, I did want to point that out. Okay. Here we go. Are you guys hanging with me? I feel like everyone's going to leave because I just feel a little out of it today. Thanks for sticking with me, is what I should say. Okay, so for this card, we have, what is this color? Highland Heather. We have Highland Heather and Blackberry Bliss. So let's go ahead and fold this. This one we're going to do a little bit of coloring. So, Tura said it's a medicine, the steroids. It probably is. I'm on a pretty high dosage right now. Tomorrow it kind of weans off a little bit more. So on our Blackberry Bliss, what I did to save time is I took this embossing buddy, I rubbed it across here, and then I used my Versamark ink pad and this stamp right here that says sending flowers and thinking of you. Isn't that so pretty? And then I use, you can pretend I have a little dish of powder, white powder I sprinkled on, and then I use my heat tool and I set that. And so this is how you have, it's like shiny and raised and so bold and white. So I just did that ahead of time, but that's exactly what I did. You need the Versamark, and I do recommend this little embossing buddy thing. Okay, so there we have that. Now you're also going to have this label. I've told you that these labels are my absolute new favorite dies. They're the Thoughtful Expression dies, and these are so amazing. I have 2 sets of them because as you'll see, or if you did see or pay attention in the card club, I use 3 different of these labels on our cards for the card club alone. And we do 156 card club kits as of March. So 156 people take it, and then there's each person of 156 makes 8 cards. So figure out the math. That's a lot of labels and pieces. So I have 2 of them, but there's little like dots, like almost like stitching around. Love these. So you got a label in there. So let's cut our paper down. And I wrote the marker colors on the back, but I didn't write the measurement for this. So we're just gonna figure it out together. And you will get a tutorial with all of your measurements. Okay, I got a ruler, so that will help me. And it is 2.5 by 3 3/4. Okay, here we go. 2.5 by 3 3/4. So you can just follow your tutorial if you place your order, and it will have pictures and all of that. It's already done because, again, we did this last month for my team meeting. Okay, we're going to do a little stamping now. So we need a Memento black ink pad, and now we're going to use this stem and this flower. Hi, Carol. Thank you, Nadine. Thank you, Arlena. And Marcia. Some of you, I put your retreat boxes together today. So I'm seeing your names and I'm like, oh, I feel like I just almost like talked to you today, but I didn't. I just put your stuff together. Excuse me. Okay, so the flower top we're gonna die cut. So I'm gonna put this together, stamp that there. And then this leaf we're gonna put on this label, I don't know, kind of not all the way to the bottom, but kind of like somewhere in there. Okay. I have no idea where my chamois is. Maybe it's right here. I said I hadn't designed in like eternity in my message earlier. I lied. I came in on Sunday and I worked and I designed the card club and my team meeting. So it's all a blur lately. So I did get to design those cards, and I had actually a lot of fun doing that. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of coloring here. So the colors I use, which you could do any colors you wanted, and let's see if I can find them. I use Fresh Freesia. I use Highland Heather, Pumpkin Pie, Lemon Lolly, and Granny Apple Green. So I have Lemon Lolly and a Pumpkin Pie, and I just need to find a Granny Apple Green right here. Okay, I got some Granny Apple Green. So let's do the leaves first. So I'm going to do the light Granny Apple Green all over. See, I taped this shut for my last card club because I don't let them use the brush end. Sorry. It's just how it has to be for card class. Otherwise, I would go through like 100 markers. So I have my light green, apple green. Again, you could use whatever green you want. You could use old olive. You could use shaded spruce. Okay, there's my green, apple green. And then now we have the darker one. And what I like to do is go over these, kind of like these little dashes in here, just to give it like some dimension. And it makes me kind of feel like an artist that I'm not. And then I go back over with my light and kind of blend it out. So that's how I use the blends a lot. And they're very easy to use. They don't leave any lines. These are alcohol markers. Okay, so here is the little green. Now we're going to do the flower really quick. So for the flower, I took the lemon lolly, which this is the dark. I know I used the light, but that's okay. And just in the center, I'm going around here. Guys, I'm not going to be fussy so we can get through these cards. And then the pumpkin pie, I'm just going to do the center. Okay. And then for, oh, I needed Highland Heather. Is this Highland Heather? Yes, it is. Okay, so what I did is I took the light fresh freesia and I colored in the whole flower. Okay, then I used 3 different purples. I don't know, can you see? Well, probably not because of the thing. I used 3 to get this look. Can you see how it looks like how it, come on camera. Anyway, I tried to, because the zinnias that I saw have like different shades of the same color. There's so many different, they're so beautiful. So I just started with the light color first. All right, so I'm coming here. And I am being careful around the edge. I don't want to go out of the lines. Now I can kind of go a little quicker to color in. And so the other cards are a little bit quicker. I started with the one that took a little bit longer because of the coloring. But you're going to love these cards, guys. Okay, so there's the light. It's just the light fresh freesia. It's just kind of, you could leave it like this. Or then you can take the dark fresh freesia and then you can come in here and kind of go like this around your flower. Again, kind of where those little marks are. Stampin' Up kind of shows you right where to place some of the color to shade it. So now, can you see how it looks like that? Then you can take it a step further and take your Highland Heather and go in even more and add just like a little bit more depth, which this is my light Highland Heather. I'm going to just stop there. This looks really pretty just even with the two-tone. Okay, let me grab the die and we will put this together. So we're going to grab this, and this is going to be too big for my little mini machine, so I am going to just trim this down. Okay, how many of you have the little mini machine? So cute, so handy. Now, you have to have the big one because that does all the things, but this little one I have right on my craft table where I'm designing, so I can do most of my things with this. Okay, and I'm going to run this through. Thank you, Darla. And we're going to take that out, and I'm going to put my die back so I don't lose it. And now we're going to put this beautiful card together. All right, here we go. So we need glue. For a moment, I thought I probably don't even have the glue. Okay, we're going to take this. It's so hard to glue down the backs of these papers because they are just so pretty. Okay, this I'm going to kind of put right here in the middle. So Stampin' Up! Told me what colors to use in the paper right here. Then we're going to go ahead and glue this right on here. So well, gotta press a little bit harder. I'm going to totally run out of glue during this video too. I'm looking around to see what I have on hand. Maybe I have an extra one somewhere. If not, oh, I do. I see one. I see a refill. Okay. Then we're going to take this label and we're going to pop it up with some dimensionals. I did find a whole bunch of dimensionals on my desk. So we're going to pop that up. And then, so one of the perks of being on my team is every month I design a class for my team that they can order the make and take packet, or they don't have to. They can put it together themselves. But this was the class we did last month, and then the coffee one I just showed you is this month. Okay, this is going to go right here. Again, I put another dimensional on the back. Now, this orange is a little bit darker than that orange, so if you want it darker, you can go back in and add more color. Or take the dark pumpkin pie, which I probably used on the other card. Now we're not done. Now you're going to take your ribbon. Again, if your order goes over $50, you're going to get this $9 metallic ribbon, Parakeet Party. I'm folding it in half, so I have 2 strands here because this is pretty thin and flimsy. And I'm going to tie a bow. I'm just going to hold the 2 threads together to tie a bow. Jennifer said, is that black paper or... Oh, thank you, Nadine. Yes, it's dark, deep, the darkest purple you can imagine. It's just a very deep purple. And on camera, it probably does, maybe it could pick up black. But that is what is the lines in here. Okay, so I tied a double bow with this ribbon, and now I'm going to cut the end. And then you're going to want to grab your mini glue dots. So I have some here. And then I'm going to put, excuse me. Put that right there. And then here's where you would use like some, you can use whatever sequence you want because I'm giving you the $9 ribbon. So you can grab, again, the ones that match this are out of stock, but they're coming back unless you're a demonstrator and you already got them. These are the ones I'm talking about that you can't get, but they'll be back. They're called Adhesive Back Shiny Sequins. But what you could use instead, oh, the options are limitless almost. There's these adhesive back dots, discs. We have iridescent pastel rhinestones. These have been around for a while, but I love them because these, like orangey pink ones, a purple, blue, and then a white. Like, I might use those. We have these sequins, add more of those. We have all kinds of stuff. So, I think like these discs would work really, really well, but I feel like I want to use the pastel rhinestones. I like rhinestones. Well, I can't say that. I like them all. I'm going to use these though. They're in our annual catalog, and I'm going to use the bluish purple ones, and I'm going to take 3 of them and put them on here with my Take Your Pick tool. Did any of you get your new swag bags last month in Card Club? If you're in the Card Club, give me a shout out in the comments. Because I switch the swag bags every 6 months and they just got switched. Okay, so here are our little sequins. Now here are the sequins from the other kit. I use the yellow ones. And so isn't that just a beautiful card? Sending flowers and thinking of you. So there's our card number 1. Thank you, Sharon. All right. Okay, so there's our first card. So actually, I think I colored this one in with Highland Heather and a little bit of Fresh Freesia. This one I did Fresh Freesia with a little bit of Highland Heather. So I kind of flip-flopped them. They both turned out nice, and they both look good with the colors. You can always, for sure, you can always color your rhinestones for sure to match. Thanks, Susan. That is an awesome tip. I do that all the time. Okay, let's do a quick card next. So our next card is going to be this one right here. It is, boom, that one. So this card is the one where you will, unfortunately, we don't emboss for you, but this is the new embossing folder that I showed you, the Zinnia one. It's a 3D one. Look at how pretty that is. And so then you have a piece of lemon lime twist, a piece to stamp your sentiment, and a thick white card base. So we're going to fold this in half. And then that piece we just used, we're going to cut out a flower out of the paper. Now you can stamp and die cut out of cardstock, but I wanted to use the paper because it's so pretty and it's already colored nicely. So this just layers on here, just like a little green edge. Melissa said she loves a card club. Card club is the best. I can't wait for my 6-month swag. Kim's in the card club. Thank you guys. All right. I'm going to put this emboss piece down and layer. This one has like a tiny little border. Sometimes I do that, and then when I go to make the card, I'm like, why did I do that? I just got to be a little patient. So lemon lime twist, and then I did pop this one up behind here. Sometimes I do that because this card is kind of a simple-ish card. Okay, we got the dimensionals. Now for this one, I used a basic gray, or a gray granite ink, I think. That kind of rhymed. So there's that. Now we're going to take, you can take any flower. So whatever flower you have, you can cut out. If you want the purple one, you could cut out the purple one. You don't even need the whole flower because this is going to cover part of it. I just like pink. Like, I love pink. So, and you don't even need the green part because it's going to be hidden. So I'm going to cut that off. So, but just beware because you have to cut this part and get your flower out of here. Although you do have another piece. You could cut a flower out of this piece. It's just a bigger flower. Because this piece we're not using, but I'm giving it to you in your kit. Alright, so I'm cutting the flower out. Cut, cut, cut. Just trying to give you some tips for those of you that will get this. Because a lot of you usually take advantage of my ordering special. So this is kind of my virtual class for March. I was like, what's the date? Or the month. Okay, for this one, we're going to use the same sentiment. So in this set, there's 3 sentiments. The thank you so much, and words fail to express my gratitude, and then the sending flowers and thinking of you. So I just repeated that one, but you could use a different one if you wanted. And I'm going to stamp that on this little piece here in, where are we going? I'm going to use like a gray granite. If you want it bolder, you could use a color, you could use black. I just wanted it a little bit softer. So I'm going to stamp this right on here, hopefully straight. There we go. And then we're going to put this together. So I'm taking my flower, and you could even cut out more flowers if you want more than one. We're going to take one of these, and we're going to put this up here. And then before we put this down, you're going to take your ribbon, and I'm going to make kind of a looser bow, kind of like just to have it peeking out because it's just pretty and shimmery. Be patient with this ribbon. It's so delicate. Okay, so I'm making this like the loops kind of big. See how it's kind of big. I don't think it cuts out this one exactly. The dies cut out that flower, the stamped ones. Maybe it does. I don't know. I didn't think it did. I thought I tried it before, but I could be wrong. Jennifer said it was an awesome 6-month swag. I'm so glad you loved it too, Jennifer. I was super happy about those bags. I was like, I would love to get this bag. Okay, so I'm going to just stick that, well, I put it on upside down. You guys. So I'm going to peel it off. I mean, it would have been fine, but putting this here, there we go. Kind of a loopy little bow. And then I'm going to put this across here with dimensionals. And then we're going to put some rhinestones on here. So you could put another flower here. You could add as many flowers as you want. I like simplicity, and I love to showcase, I want to showcase that embossing in the background. All right, so now you can come in here and add your rhinestones. So I think I'm going to use these like reddish pink ones, and I'm going to add 3 of them. And one more down here. Isn't that so pretty? And then here it is with a different flower that has like more light pink and the other one. So isn't that pretty? Just a sweet little card. All right, there's our second card. All right, now we're halfway done. What do you think so far? Okay, this next one is a pretty, I love this next one too. Okay. This next one this is my favorite piece of paper in there. It is this piece right here. And the full sheet of it, let's see if I can get it up to show you, is just amazing. So this is what this sheet looks like. So you can cut this and then chunk it up and just make so many. This would make a beautiful scrapbook page at the bottom. I love this piece of paper, but the sad thing is I love the back too. Isn't that so pretty too? But anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this down to, let me measure, 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm cutting off the bottom part because I want to see some of that white. I did do a card very similar like this too in the card club because again, I'm using my favorite paper. If there's a paper I love, I want to use it. So I love this piece of paper and I love all the flowers and the coloring. It's just so beautiful. It's so pretty. This, you could just frame this and it would look good. Stampin' Up! They have the best paper. All right, so now we are going to fold. This is Melon Mambo, bright pink. We're going to fold that in half. And then we're going to layer this onto a piece of white. I just did the white to make it stand out a little bit more. And I mean, you could just like put it on there. I just wanted another layer. Sometimes I just like extra layers for my cards. Now you will get the envelope. You'll get envelopes for this class too. I just didn't have mine in there. Take your really pretty ribbon. Now this we're going to wrap it around twice and tie it in a bow at the bottom. So I'm wrapping it around. This is another quick card. With this pack of paper, you can make so many quick and easy cards, and you can make some really intense cards with the dies and stuff. So however you like to craft, you got it with this bundle and this suite of products. And so I really wanted to show you this paper in case you want extra paper, because in the card club you'll only get half a pack, and in this class you're going to get a 4x6 sampling of one piece of each. So you'll use some of it on your cards. You will have leftover. So you can go to the online exclusives and order more if you want it. All right, do you see how pretty that ribbon is? Now, we're going to stick this on flat to the card, and we're going to stamp on this little piece here. So let's go ahead and do this. Like on that one piece of paper, you can do 6 cards out of one sheet of paper with this. So you can make 6 of these. That just gave me an idea to do that. Make 6 whatever you want. Birthday cards, thinking of you cards, get well cards. Okay, this one we're going to stamp thank you so much. And we're going to stamp it in Melon Mambo. Again, I'm just coordinating my color with the colors in the paper. And thank you, Barb. Okay. We're going to stamp this on this little piece. Okay. And then I'm going to make it a banner at the end. Or you can just snip it off straight or at an angle. Actually, let's do an angle, and then you can see which one you like better. So there's that. Then this is going to go on with some dimensionals. Okay, here we go. So here's our card. Now we're going to want some rhinestones, some sequins, some something. So we're going to grab these, and I'm going to add these little reddish colored ones again because they match with all these colors in here just perfectly. I'm going to put one. You could put one down there. Isn't that? Then this little piece, this is the piece like in the card club. The leftover I put at the bottom on the inside. So you can, don't waste that little scrap. It's too pretty. There you go. Isn't that so pretty? And then here it is with the little pink sequins. Okay, card number 3. See, we're moving right along. Thank you for watching. Oh, it's your first time watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel too if you enjoy this. I'm trying to get to 10,000 and we're on our way. So thank you guys so much. All right, our last card is this one. And for this one, we need this green stripe paper. And we need, so we need that scrap paper that we started out with. So the scrap paper. So you're going to have these pieces left over that we didn't even use. Look at this one. You have this one. And this one. And you'll have part of this one. Plus maybe a little bit of this left over too. So for this one, we will probably score this for you. But if you're making it from scratch, this is going to be 11 inches by 4 1/4, and you're going to score it in half at 5 1/2. And then you're going to score it again at 2 3/4. We're going to make a little easel card here. I love these cards. They're so easy to make. And it's just the same products you normally use. You just score it one more score line is it. So this is going to be our card base. All right, and then you have a scallop contour label and this piece to stamp on. You're going to have your scrap. And then this piece right here, it should be, yep, 4 inches, and we need 2 pieces that are 2 1/2. I'm going off of my memory. Let's hope that, yep, that's right, 2 1/2. Again, you'll get a tutorial with all the measurements, the pictures, and all that good stuff. Get your orders in by Sunday. Okay, let's glue these down and then we'll do some stamping. So somebody saw this and they said this looks like Jack and the Beanstalk on the back. And now every time I see this paper, that's just what I always think of. So, so if you're into farming or gardening, this, like, I'm thinking like vegetable gardens, that's what this reminds me of too. So that will be perfect for this summer too, and also with the flowers, the zinnias. Okay, so you'll just put one of these panels on each of like that crease like we did. All right, are you guys still hanging with me? All right, I see 124 people right now. Awesome, thank you for sharing and joining. Okay, so on our scrap piece, we're gonna stamp this large cluster of flowers here. So let's do that. And then we're gonna want this words fail to express my gratitude. So we are using, let me see, I think the Memento Black. Yep. Where did I put the Memento Black? Right here. We're gonna do a little bit of, my washi tape is sticking to everything but what I want it to. So here we go. We're gonna take off this stamp and we're gonna stamp our word. Let's stamp our words first on this little piece here. Are you guys loving these cards so far? Okay, on this piece, we're just gonna stamp it right in the center. Sorry, I gotta pull it down. Okay, there we have that. And now, shoot, I don't think I have a big enough block to stamp this one. So, you know what we're gonna do? Have you ever had to use like something that's not a stamping block to stamp your images? Here, this is my cutting plate for my mini machine, and I'm gonna use it as my block because I don't have one big enough. It's gonna work. This is how you get creative, right? We're creative people. We can make things work. I've used my cell phone before, which then that you can't really see through. I've used even just my hand. Okay, so I inked it up, and I am, hopefully, it's kind of hard to see. Hopefully this works here. Maybe I should do it at an angle. All right. Okay, I'm pressing it down good. Oh, look, there we go. We got our stamp. Peel it off, and there now I can use that to die cut it in just a minute. Okay, we are going to color this. We have to color it because if I don't, I will not come back and color it. So for this one, I used Lemon Lime Twist in Granny Apple Green. I have Lemon Lime Twist. Let's just do that first, these little stems. Lemon Lime Twist right here. Thanks, Mary. I can't wait for you to see this finished card. I'm going as quick as I can, guys. This coloring is pretty easy. So what I would like to know, I feel like when I'm like designing my classes and stuff, I feel like I go through phases where I have like a favorite color. Like you're using like the same color cardstock and ink. And obviously that kind of goes with the seasons or holidays. But what is your current favorite color, like Stampin' Up color? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious because mine like totally changes. And I have been using a lot of this lemon lime twist lately, and now I'm going in with dark granny apple green, and I'm just gonna go in, ooh, I guess really heavy right there. I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit of shading here with these leaves, a little bit up there, and then I'm gonna go in back in with that lemon lime and just kind of blend, especially where I kind of got that little blob. Blend that out. And there we go. We're done with our green. Yeah, Bubble Bath is one too. I've been going through a lot of. And oh, I love Boho Blue. I also used a ton of Pretty Peacock, and you can't even get that right now. It's so popular. So Pretty Peacock is one I've been using a lot of. I'm just going in with that yellow for the center of these flowers. I only use yellow on this one. And then for this one, I use pink. So it says I use Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and Petal Pink. So I have Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, and is this Petal Pink? It is. So I'm going to go in really quickly with the light Petal Pink, just kind of in the closest to the center. I'm not filling the whole thing in, just a little bit, and I'll hold it up so you can kind of see. So I'm just kind of scribbling a little bit of light pink on there, kind of like that. It's like barely on there. Then I'm going to take my next color, Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to start blending that in with that Petal Pink. Actually, I want all of it this color, and then the dark, the Melon Mambo will kind of like go in at the end. So you can kind of do a little fancy stuff even quickly. I just try not to overthink it, really. All right. Here we go. We're almost done coloring. And do you have like maybe like an old Stampin' Up color that you really loved? One of my favorite retired colors is Pink Pirouette. It's like a soft baby pink. I loved that color. And then I also loved Baja Blue. Baja? I think that was what it was called. I remember like I wanted to paint my bathroom that color. I was going to take a piece of cardstock to the store and have it color match it because I loved that color so much. It was like an in color. That color came out with Riding Hood Red, if you guys remember that, and Pink Pirouette. So I loved those colors. All right, so this is my Flirty Flamingo. I kind of blended it right into that Petal Pink. So there's that. And then I'm going to take this Melon Mambo, just a little bit of Melon Mambo, just on the very edges, some of these very edges. And I'm not doing this very good compared to my other card. Good thing I have a sample here, so you can see it already done. I must be getting tired. Okay, there we go. It's kind of going to look something like that. You can see all the little shades in there. Now we're just going to cut this out and it will go really fast. So I'm going to put this on my little plate here. I just need my die, which is right here, this one. Now friends, with this bundle here, you can die cut these and build beautiful flowers. They emboss, or not emboss, but they like cut the little line, they put the little lines in and the little centers, and you can make really beautiful flowers. And I really wanted to do a card with these. Tonight I don't have time, but I still plan to do that. But this bundle is phenomenal, is what I'm trying to say. There's so much more you can do that we're not even going to get to tonight. Okay, so I'm just lining up my die, and then taking the top that can also dual as a ink pad or acrylic block. I don't want this to move, so I'm just going to use this washi tape and run this through, and we're going to just finish out this card. Okay. Chocolate chip, I remember that. Chocolate chip in the pink pirouette was cards I did my daughter's baby announcements with. That was about, 14 years ago. Only orange. Yeah, that was a pretty color. Okay, so now what we're going to do is this little scallop, you're going to take this and pop this up. You could totally have stamped this on here. I wanted more dimension, so that's why I gave you the scrap. You're going to pop this up with some dimensionals, and then we're going to tie one more bow. So this will fit right on this label. So pretty. What I do with my ribbon right here. This one we're going to do another double bow because this ribbon is so thin, delicate, skinny, however you want to describe it. It's light. It will lay flat nice if you ship these. So just take 2 pieces, make a normal bow with 2 pieces. It just makes it a little bit more, a little fuller. Do a bow. Sorry. I'm just trying to get it even. And my one little tail is not very long. And I'm just going to leave it because I don't want to fuss with this anymore. All right. There's our little bow. We're going to take this and put this on our card. Now from here, you only want to attach it to the bottom so it will stand up. So on the back, on the bottom, we're going to add a few of these. We'll add 3. Okay, and then we're going to take this, again, kind of center it. So again, I only have 3 on the bottom. I'm going to put it here, pop that down. We're going to take our ribbon and our glue dot, and we're going to put this on here. And I'm going to just put this bow kind of like over here with these flowers. Then we're going to take our words. Now you could take this leftover piece and like you could layer this kind of like that if you wanted, because you do have this leftover piece. I'm just going to pop it up with dimensionals, I guess, and keep it plain. But you can use that piece on the inside as well. So I think we need 3 dimensionals on here. And then this is what's going to hold your card up. This little piece that you're going to put on the inside. Now here's the other thing. Depending where you put it, that will make your card stand up really tall. Or if you want it to be more at an angle, it just will depend on where you put it. So I'm going to put this one up a little bit higher, but still near the bottom. It's just up on dimensionals. And there you go. There's the card will stand up like that. So then they can, but it will still go flat to ship. Now this needs a few rhinestones. These ones I'm just going to use the white, and so, or the white colored ones. I'm going to add them here and one, if I can get it off, up here. All right, so here is that card. Barb said she's like Bubble Bath and Boho Blue with that bird paper. Yes. Here is this card with the other sequins, and here you can see maybe how I colored it a little bit. It's a little bit lighter in there. This one, I just got a little tired. But they, this one just kind of goes up like that too. So let's recap the 4 cards so we can hop off here and get ourselves to bed. This was, let's go with card number 1. Using the purples, and there's that card. Card number 2 featured the new embossing folder with the zinnia. So you can add that to your order if you want this piece embossed, or you can use the brick or whatever in the background and still have these beautiful flowers. Okay, card number 3 is using my personal favorite piece of the paper in the whole pack, this one right here. And then our 4th card is the Fun Fold easel card that goes up like this. And there it is. So again, if you want this card kit mailed to you, here is the host code. You have until Sunday to get your orders in. Has to be at least $35, and you'll get the supplies to make this. Now, if your order is less than $50, you will not get the ribbon. You only get the ribbon if your order goes over $50. So you'll get, well, actually, you'll get ribbon. You just won't get the full thing of ribbon. You'll get ribbon so you can make your cards. If you go over 50, though, you get the whole thing of ribbon. That's what I meant to say. And this is a $9 ribbon. $9, and you get the whole thing, and it has, I believe, 10 yards on it. Yards, not feet. So this will last you a while. So you'll get this, and then all you need is your own sequins or rhinestones to put them together, and you will get your envelope. So you'll make one of each of these cards. Again, we featured the brand new Simply Zinnia bundle. It is item number 163480. It's $52, and it's in our online exclusives. If you want more of the paper, you can go ahead and add that on. You'll have a few pieces of paper left over too, because I'm just going to give you a 4x6 of each of them, so you can cut them down as directed in the tutorial and then have a few left over. All right, are there any questions about what I shared with you tonight? All the cards are amazing. Thank you for this great class. I hope you feel better. Thank you. I do too. I'm so glad you like them. Let me know what one is your favorite. And if you want to do the card club, you have until the 10th. We're using this paper, but the Comforting Thoughts stamp set. And then you can check out all those other online exclusives too. If you joined late at the beginning, I showed a bunch of them in the video, so you can check that out. And again, if you did the winter retreat, that link will be coming out at the end of this week. I'll see about 10 of you in person on Saturday to craft with you. I'm looking forward to that, but from here until Friday, I'll be shipping out all those retreats. So again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for, again, all of you who ordered and who order all the time for the virtual classes and stuff. We're getting there to that million, one day at a time. All right. Oh, purple is the favorite. So we shared a lot of different techniques and little tips along the way too. So I hope you enjoyed that. I will be back, I don't know when. I'll be back soon to share with you, because next week, the end of next week, I'll be in Houston. So bye everyone. Have a great night. If you have any questions, let me know. I didn't see any pop up, but I'll try to skim through so I didn't miss any. So again, thanks for sharing and subscribing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.